What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Thursday, April 9th. Now today's video, I want to give you some direction on how possibly we could get a dog ETF by reaching out to Canary Capital. Now there are specific directions that I want to give you guys and girls out there around the world to do as the dog army. Because the more awareness around dog and the #1 Bitcoin meme coin being out there without that ETF, all you have to do is just make your presence be known on X. And we're going to be targeting both Canary Capital and their CEO. So please follow these directions. But I also want to share with you that in the charting analysis for dog, it looks like it's coiling up for a breakout. And what is that breakout all about? Well, it's going to be covering the MACD, the RSI, and also previous trends that we've seen in the historical data within dog. And it looks like it's playing out exactly the same way that we've seen it happen before. So let's get right into it. Let's look at the trading volume within dog and who is accumulating. Go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and have us safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. Okay, so right now, dog is roughly around a 69 million market cap, down 1.83% over the past 24 hours. Now, Bitcoin's actually still up. It's roughly around 72,000 US dollars, so 0.74% just over the past day. Now, I want to focus on what's going on with what Lark Davis mentioned with Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin and the crypto market cap, this is excluding Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's on the right and crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin's on the left. Now, what have you noticed in the MACD? In the MACD, we are seeing a potential crossover between the orange and blue line on both of these different charts. And the reason that's important is because once there is a crossover, then that means there is going to be a bullish reversal. Because what we're seeing right now potentially could be what we saw back in July 18th of 2022, which when there was a crossover, we saw a huge rally with Bitcoin's price and also with the altcoin market and crypto market as well. This is back all the way from 2022 to 2025. So it's been a while since we've seen this. Now we need to have a bullish convergence, meaning we need to see both the orange line and the blue line pretty much not just cross over, but also build a huge gap between those two lines. Because once there's a crossover and a big gap between the two lines, then that really does confirm that this is going to be a huge rally for the next maybe year, maybe even 2, maybe even 3 years. So let's cover what's going on in the meme coin market just due to what Bitcoin's doing. Yeah, Bitcoin's up, but not all meme coins are up. I mean, look at Pepe, down 2.24%. Just in the past 24 hours. If you don't know, just in the past 24 hours, Canary Capital announced that they're going to do a Pepe ETF. Yes, you heard me right, yet that did not reflect in the Pepe price. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, almost down to close to 1%. Right now, not many meme coins are up. If anything, things are just staying within the 1% range. I mean, Fartcoin, my gosh, there was a manipulation that was going on with Fartcoin. Apparently, there is a coordinated manipulative event that happened yesterday where 4 wallets, which was basically 4 wallets coordinating as one person, was longing Fartcoin, and Fartcoin did pump. Then we saw these other 2 wallets that had their auto leveraging to short Fartcoin pretty much liquidate these 4 wallets. And so this shorter or this leverage trader that shorted Fartcoin actually made over $800,000 kind of just by accident, right? And so this person that was trying to long dog was trying to manipulate the price. Now, Melania is down 2.3%. Let's see where dog Bitcoin is right now, roughly down 1.83%. So nothing's really changed, and that's completely fine. Now, let's look at who's been accumulating. Wallet number 14 all of a sudden accumulated 43 million dog tokens out of nowhere. Now that's roughly 32,000 US dollars. So this is the 1% that accumulate, right? The reason you pay attention to these wallets is because the 1% operate differently. They do not act like the 99% of people. Usually 99% of people are too scared to buy in. They're even scared to put even $10. That's how scared they are. And it's not just dog, it's Bitcoin, it's meme coins, it's altcoins. And the 1% always buy their specific assets that they know will do well or have more conviction in because they do their data, they do their research. It's not just based on conviction and emotion or a delusional mindset. It's really based on data. Now, something I want to bring up is that Canary Capital ETF that was just initiated yesterday, which was the Pepe ETF. Now they just filed their S1 filing to the SEC. Now I just made a public open letter requesting that Canary Capital and their CEO, more specifically Steven, to look into filing an S1 for dog Bitcoin. Definitely, if you see this post, definitely support it, like, retweet, comment, whenever you can. But also, go over to Steven's page. Now, Steven is the CEO. If you don't know, Steven has not that many impressions or not that many comments in his profile. So why is that really important? So say, for instance, this recent post right here on April 7th, which was just 2 days ago, guess who comments the most in this specific comment section? It's all the dog army. Everybody in the comments right now is dog, asking for a dog ETF. And that's why I think it's really important to visit Steven. Let Steven know that you want a dog ETF. I guarantee you he's going to see your post, because right now we're not seeing any comments within his specific post. So the fact is, you commenting in his post right now will allow him to see that dog should be the next ETF for Canary Capital. And that's all you really need to focus on, because if they're filing things for Pengu, Mog, by the way, has a lower market cap than dog, and also Pepe, then most likely he should be listing dog ETF just based on the demand that we supply for him. So keep showing up, keep commenting, make him know that dog army is still here. Now, one thing I want to share with you in charting analysis is this. Now, you must be wondering, how is the dog army feeling right now? Based on the fear and greed index just down below, look at where we are right now. Have you noticed that there is a curvature heading upwards? That means we're stepping out of fear, declining out of fear, and stepping more closer to a neutral standpoint. Hopefully later on, we'll get from neutral to greedy. But just notice something. Back here in June or late April of 2025, look at that peak fear. This was extreme fear. And no one knew what was going to happen with dog. Remember, we hit 999 million market cap in December of 2024. Then when we saw that massive capitulation event, we saw that we were hitting a new low. Remember, this is when the Trump Memecoin came out. So the whole Memecoin market sector capitulated. But right here was the max extreme fear. And people were like, is dog dead, right? Dog's never coming back. Then all of a sudden you heard that there were rumors that Kraken was going to pretty much maybe announced a spot listing for dog, and the rumors got bigger and bigger, and then there was another capitulation event. And seriously, people were like, is dog dead for real? And then you saw that the dog price went up, Kraken listing was confirmed, and then you saw that there was more tariff news followed by the US versus Iran war, and you can see that we are currently right here at this specific point. But we are currently not in extreme fear, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm sharing you the mindset of the dog army right now. In fact, what does this confirm? This confirms that dog is being accumulated. There is no selling pressure no matter what you see in the price of dog. The price of dog and the market cap of dog can be completely manipulated by market makers with exchanges. And they can do that. They can remove certain tokens off of an exchange, keep it within a specific wallet, trade back and forth. That's what market makers do. And they're doing the exact same thing with Bitcoin. I'm sure Bitcoin maxis right now are flipping out that Bitcoin used to be at $124,000 when right now it's at $60,000 or $71,000, right? And so when you think about that, people are actually accumulating Bitcoin regardless of what we see in the Bitcoin price. And it's happening with dog Bitcoin right now. Now check out this specific post back in May 7th of 2024. Now this article was titled, Dog Crypto Crash. Will dog price recover? Look what happened to the dog price that happened on May 7th of 2024. Let's look back on that day. And that's right around here. This was specifically dog price at around 200 million market cap, give or take. That's when people were super scared. People weren't sure if dog was dead. And sure enough, dog pumped shortly after to 980 million market cap. Now, every single time I look at this dog chart, what have I noticed every single time? Now, this is what I want to talk about, is that potentially we could see a major breakout. Now, this major breakout could happen within the next couple months, maybe within the month, who knows? But every single time I look at the MACD, these yellow trend lines always tell me that there's going to be a reversal into the buyer's market because there's seller exhaustion. Now, every single time I pay attention to this, I always see a bottom every single time regarding the MACD seller exhaustion. And we even saw it recently right over here. So let's go and zoom in on that. So basically, when we look at the first initial sell-off of dog, we reached a bottom. And we even saw within the MACD where there was massive relative strength index declining and massive sell pressure. But then we saw accumulation, meaning the MACD was going up, and you saw what happened to the dog price. It went up pretty significantly. And then we saw another bottom following another sell-off, which is this red line right here, followed by another RSI accumulation phase. Then the MACD was trending upwards. Then we hopped into the buyer's market, which we see back over here. Again, it was reflective of the dog price. Dog price was pumping. Then we saw another capitulation event followed by another bottom in the MACD. Accumulation phase within the RSI followed by a pump, which you saw right over here. So back over here on January 30th to February 1st of this year, we saw the bottom of the MACD. The reason that's really important is because right now, dog right now within the MACD is trending upwards. It's not going downwards. It's trending upwards. No matter as much as you're seeing the selling pressure of dog, that selling pressure is so weak that really all it takes is massive buying pressure to flip us into the buyer's market, and we're trading upwards. And hopefully we can get there by the end of May, roughly May 25th, give or take. So that's where we're seeing that the dog price could have a major breakout into another buyer's market. So ladies and gentlemen, you already know that I'm very bullish on dogs. So the couple things I wanted to share with you at the end of this video is, number one, make sure to tag Canary Capital. The reason Canary Capital I'm really focused on right now is because they've really been the initiator in having meme coins as ETFs. I mean, Pengu, Mog, Pepe, I mean, they've kind of done the most in terms of diversity with meme coins. So I really think that if we just, tag Steven, the CEO, and let him know about dog, I mean, the fact that he doesn't have that many comments, I think that's really important for them to understand the demand for dog. I mean, dog is by far one of the top performing meme coins in my personal perspective within the top 20 and the number one meme coin native asset and community on top of Bitcoin. So it only makes sense for them to file the first ETF for dog. I mean, in my eyes, it's only very bullish for both sides and both parties. But also, I talked to you about in the charting analysis a potential breakout that can happen before May 25th of this year. That the MACD is showing us reversal, that we're in seller exhaustion, and then we're heading back upwards. That's just what's happening in terms of charting. And right now we're in the accumulation phase, which you're seeing people are accumulating. We remained at 78.6% long-term holders. So this is crazy. This is just the data that I'm seeing. So with that said, let me know your thoughts down below, and I cannot wait to read them. So I want to thank our sponsors, C2 Blockchain and Trucker Biff. Make sure to smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog on the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.